Okay. Um, Hello, my name is Dallas. I would say welcome to this channel, but I don't know the channel name just yet because I haven't made one, but I will eventually. You guys will see it. So whatever I made the channel name, welcome to that. And yeah, I'm really just here for a good time. I do have other channels, and a lot of those videos take a lot more work. But I want a place where I can sit back, relax, and talk about my beloved Tech N9ne and others. We'll be tackling other strange music artists for sure. But right now we're gonna talk about some Tech N9ne. I love talking about Tech N9ne. Right? I could talk about Tech N9ne for days. I could talk about strange music artists for days. I feel like I don't give enough credit to strange music artists, but they're up there. They're really good and they deserve credit too. But we'll get into this. But a lot of the times I try talking to my friends about Tech N9ne because he's my favorite artist. The channel about it. And it's just like, dude, we don't care. We don't care. What do you mean you don't care? But conversation for later in the video, because I guess that's the first video you're going to talk about, why people don't care, and stuff like that. So what I would like to do, I like to analyze lyrics. This is why I listen to Tech N9ne. This is why I love him so much. He's a lyrical artist that also sounds good, makes amazing music and all types of different genres, and you don't get that from everybody, but Tech N9ne does it for me. He's fully packaged, he does it all. So what I would like to do is I would like to go and analyze some of his different songs, some of my favorite songs, some songs maybe I've never heard, which is unlikely, but there's quite a few actually. I'll give you guys an introduction to my Tech N9ne history soon, but yeah, that's what I want to do. I just want to go and analyze some songs. I try to analyze with my friends, but they're just like, as I said before, we don't care. So I'm just going to do it with people who might care, fellow Tech N9ne fans, So hello, like I said, welcome to whatever channel name this is. Now what we're going to get into today is Specter from the most recent EP he's dropped, More Fear. Specter was the last track on that album. Also, this isn't rehearsed, and I mean, obviously I know the song, listened to it many times. I've gone through the lyrics. I haven't really gone through and thought about every single line, so that's what we're gonna do in today's video. If you guys got any other songs, I'm probably gonna tackle a lot of More Fear. Then we'll go to Interfere. We'll go to Nina, or we can go all the way to like something else or something even older than that. I don't really care. Just let me know what you guys would like to see me talk about. Honestly, I like all of his music. It doesn't need to be the popular song. Personally, his more popular songs are some of my least favorite, but they're still good. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let me stop rambling, and let's hop on over to Rap Genius, which is what I'll be using, because why not? I won't be looking at people's other interpretations just because I want to make my own, because everybody thinks differently, and if I'm wrong, please let me know I'm wrong, or if you have different interpretations, let me know you have different interpretations. I think that'll make for fun. This is like an English class for Tech N9ne. When teachers like, hey, we need you to analyze this British literature 1818 Frankenstein. I did that today, that's why I know that. I'm in college. But this will actually be a little more fun because it's tech and we all love tech. So, stop rambling. That was 4 minutes of rambling. I'm going to stop doing that. Let's get into the Rap Genius analyst, Millie Rock. So, we are at genius.com. Obviously, like I said, we're going to be doing Specter, Tech N9ne featuring Crystal Watson, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong, that is Chris Calico's wife. Dope. Sung the chorus, produced by K DeGray, It's Nicholas, and Freak Van Workum. Interesting. So, let's just get right into it. Intro. He starts off by saying, I want you all to listen to a story of a ghost that only the truly strange can see. It's about the ghost of Tech N9ne. So he's already setting this mood. I mean, if you heard the song, it's like a deeper, it's setting the mood for the story. What you should expect, the ghost of Tech N9ne, like what is he talking about, what kind of ghost, and then he continues to go on and explain what this ghost of Tech N9ne is all about. So starts off, You've heard of strange, you heard the name that came in to disturb the game, occurred the lane, preferred the word insane, so the murder came. Let me slow down a little bit. You heard the name, you heard of strange and heard the name that came in to disturb the game, occurred the lane, preferred the word insane, so murder came. Murder came. I think this ties into what a lot of the songs are talking about. Actually, it was just, you guys know of strange, and a lot of it, like I mean, a lot of times he likes to talk about strange music and its impact on hip hop itself. So it coming in disturbing, using the word disturb to, I guess, disturb like the rap game. Preferred the word insane, so murder came. I assume he's talking about himself, people calling him insane, or maybe going independent with strange music, essentially. Let's continue reading. A lot of people, they heard of the Tech N9ne, they always said that there wasn't a better singer, but it's so many that act like they've never seen the independent pro and never step into that arena. Okay. I'm not too sure what he's talking about when he says there wasn't a better singer, because he doesn't really sing, but he also can sing. He sounds really good to me. But I think this second line here, it's so many that act like they've never seen the independent pro and never stepped into that arena. I think that's kind of like the basis of this entire song. There's so many that act like they've never seen. So I think what he's talking about here is these other rappers who kind of grow up and they'll idolize Eminem, they'll idolize Lil Wayne, they'll idolize all these other rappers, but they don't really show Tech N9ne any love. And for that reason, he may feel like a ghost, you know? I mean, I see it all the time. I mean, he has multiple songs talking about this. You can go back to like Lord of Weird, where he's talking about he was the first ever dressed in red, which is what he's talking about here. Any other songs? There's a ton of songs where he like points to this, but I don't think I've ever heard a song other than Lord of Weird where he's talking about this like the entire time. Anywho, if you got some, just suggest them, because I probably know the song, I just can't think of it off the top of my head right now. Independent pro never stepped into that arena. Maybe, probably, I'm assuming talking about the arena of independent. But I'm a guap stacker and sought after, but to many my catalog are lost chapters. Now this is really important. I like that line, to many my catalogs are lost chapters, because honestly I think even to Tech N9ne, well, I'm not gonna say this, but what I think he's saying here is like, to many, you know, I've created so much music in my lifetime that some of these songs are just, you know, forgotten. And it's pretty funny because sometimes Tech N9ne posts on his Instagram like songs that he just forgot that he ever made, but these songs are so impactful for, like, you know, some of these people's, like, that song could have been somebody's favorite song, and to him it's just like, damn, I forgot I made that, but yeah, this shit is heat, you know. And he's done that with so many songs that I've loved, and it's just like, yeah, I made that. And this goes for like anybody that listens to Tech. It's like, not anybody, but like some of the fans who call themselves like super fans, they know this catalog, they love his catalog, but then you have people who just know kind of the more popular songs. And I think that's what he's talking about here. You know, the people who just listen to Caribou, which he does talk about later in this, or the people that listen to Hood Go Crazy, still good songs, but you know, I think what he's saying is that he has a lot more to offer than just those songs, and people don't see him. But to many, my catalogs are lost chapters. Nishans tell a newbie that I'm a boss, laughter, because they don't know the story behind the chop master. Who they give the credit to got a lot faster. They say they poppin' rosé and think I pop Shasta. Looking through me like I'm a ghost that shot. Looking through me like I'm a ghost that shot past you. Like when you ever heard my name in the top rappers. Damn. Especially that, I talked about this earlier in the video. That first line, that second line, Nishans tell a newbie that I'm a boss. I tell my friends that Tech N9ne is the GOAT all the time, and they just laugh because they don't know what he's done. I can name off his accolades. I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but I could. I mean, name a few. But like, #1 independent record label. I think it's the top 10 most #1 independent albums, something like that, or number one, the most top 10 independent albums of all time. quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But it's something like that. Like, that is GOAT status. There's no artist doing that. I mean, he's been in the rap game 20 years and he's still respected. Like, probably longer. And there's no, I don't know a rapper with that type of longevity and those type of accolades that isn't considered one of the best, you know, other than Tech N9ne. And I tell my friends this, they're like, bro, you're stupid. Shut up. Hilarious. Like, Fetty Wap's better. I'm like, okay. I mean, that's your opinion, but I disagree. Anywho, you get to the, a lot of this is going to be me rambling, but at the same time, kind of analyzing what he's saying, you know. I've seen you with my own eyes, that I feel so alive. I believe he lives forever. Specter, Specter, Specter. I'm sorry, but I'm going to look up. Does Specter have a definition? Specter, a ghost. Okay, I didn't know that. So a Specter is a ghost. I believe he lives forever. I'm thinking he's talking about I believe his music will live on forever. His sound will live on forever. Specter, 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 Specter. Nice. Wonderful. Now, this second verse is probably the most important of the entire song. I think it goes into more detail about how he's feeling. So, start off. I feel like I'm a ghost because I be doing the most. My people try to boast about the 20-year independent, but they praise another label up on Revolt FV. So with the FV, I'm pretty sure he's talking about Funk Volume, because I know a few years ago, Hobson, when he created Illmatic Hobson 8, that was the issues of Funk Volume. Hobson felt like he was getting screwed over by, I can't remember the manager's name, and that just created Hobson ended up leaving Funk Volume, and then I think other artists might have left, and it just created a bunch of issues for Funk Volume. Because I remember that specifically at the time, because people were like, hey, yo, Tech, sign Hobson. But Tech is friends with the manager that Hobson was disliking, and he didn't want to screw him over. But Hobson's also cool with but Tech is also cool with Hobson, and I think that might have created some issues. So he just didn't. I don't even know if he had the option to, but it just didn't. It didn't happen. So what he's saying, they praise another label up on Revolt. My people try to boast about the 20-year independent, but they praise another label up on Revolt. I don't understand. I don't know what he's mean by they praise another label. I don't know if he's talking about a specific person or people, but they praise another label up on Revolt. Maybe what I'm perceiving this as is like people are so happy to see drama that they like the sight of seeing like this independent record label collapse. They like to see the beef between Hobson and these other artists and this other guy, and you know a label that is collapsing, but they'll praise Tech N9ne and his consistency throughout that. I think, could be wrong, but that's just the way I see it. They never play OG Tech N9ne like I pay no fee. I ain't tripping or taking peyote. But I dropped it in 2009, and 9 years later another artist dropped a record called KOD. So here, obviously, the artist that dropped the record was J. Cole, and he dropped that record, I believe, in 2019. In 2009, the Tech N9ne obviously dropped King of Darkness. But I don't think, like, J. Cole didn't give Tech, like, any props for that name or anything, which leads me to believe that maybe J. Cole didn't know of Tech N9ne, but I highly doubt that, because J. Cole, knows artists. He's a very big hip-hop artist. He knows artists. So it's hard for me to believe that he just didn't know that KOD was a thing. But that just goes with like Tech and his the troubles that he has kind of getting out there to people, and that goes to he's not really on the radio, not really on social media. He like for us fans, we see it all the time. We see him all the time, but for some outsiders, it's tough to find him, And I don't think that's his fault. I really don't know why, because he still has really popular songs, but they just know the songs. Like, oh yeah, it's just the Tech N9ne guy, but they don't know who Tech N9ne is. They don't, and he talks about this later in the song. So we'll just continue to go. Looked over the flow spit. I'm not on the GOAT list. If that ain't ghost shit, what is it? Bullshit. So he's saying you're looking over his flow. Okay, firstly, he feels like he should be on the GOAT list, right? He should be one of the great. He should be considered one of the greatest, but he's not for some reason. And for that reason, he feels like he's a ghost. A theme there you see painting the picture for the ghost. N9ne know that I'm so fit to go with the dopest, and know they for excuse me. N9ne know that I'm so fit to go with the dopest, and know that for sure get the business full clip. I am kingly, but I'm treated like I'm some kind of genie, rubbing the lamp, and I'm hella dreamy. Okay, so N9ne know that I'm so fit to go with the dopest. Us Tech N9ne fans knows he can compete with literally anybody in the hip hop game. He can go bar for bar with Eminem, song for song with Eminem. If people just praised around his music like they did Eminem's, you know, he can rap with the best of them. In terms of sound, his sound goes literally anywhere for anybody, for any, like literally he has a song for somebody. He has a song for everybody. And it's just like, we know that, but the people don't know that. They just know the few songs, and he talks about it here. People that stream me because of Caribou and the little teenies, they banging the record but never seen me. And that explains it. I mean, you have people who still listen to Caribou. You have people who listen to like Red Kingdom. That's a perfect example. Red Kingdom. That song is about the Chiefs. That song is, and people are using it as like a Republican anthem. You know, do what you gotta do. But like, they don't know who Tech N9ne is. They don't know that song's not for Republicans. That song is for the Chiefs. It just kind of like, it's one of those things where it's just, it sounds good, but they don't really know who the artist behind it. And if they really like that song, there's about like 50,000 others you can go find, hyperbole, but 50,000 others you can find and love just as much, you know? Okay, so they banging the record but never seen me. You heard the handle, claiming you never heard the jam though. Flowing, I got the words to ramble. I murdered famo, I'm money like I'm birding a bando. Mythical, so they burn the candle. Burn a candle. So obviously, like what he's saying is, you see the song title, but you don't know the artist. Like, you see the song title, you see the artist, but you still don't know me. You just know those songs. When I got the words to ramble, saying, I'm pretty sure he's just talking about like he could really rap for days. And I murder famo, I'm money like I'm birding a bando. Bird in a Bando, I've heard that phrase before. I don't know, when I hear Bird in a Bando, I think Lil Wayne and Birdman. I just don't know, like, but it sounds good. Mythical, so they burn a candle. When they talk about this person, I'm a sick earthling, heard I was a devil, and now they disperse him. He talks about this in a lot of songs. You know, he comes out in a priest's robe. He had the red hair, and some of his older music just was way different than the time, so people just thought he was a devil worshiper, which wasn't the case, because then people didn't listen to the music, they just looked at the image, and that kind of just lingers on to now. Some people still be like, you know, he's kind of a weirdo, you know, I don't really know about him, he's a weirdo. It's not the case. I mean, he's just as weird as any of these newer rappers. Playboy Cardi, Trippie Redd, he's just as weird as any of those. And I mean, they get more fame from it, and he gets penalized for it, you know? A decade, 92 got the rapping. A decade later, I hear some gnarly yish yerfing. That's it back. That's something reversed. I could take the time to, shit. Knee fear. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So it's like I don't exist sometimes, thinking how is it possible to miss some rhymes that were put together to make a hit. Dumb minds couldn't keep up with the cadence of the stick drum lines. I'm gonna stop right there, I don't want to go too long. But I think what he's talking about here is like a lot of times he'll make a song, but people will automatically write it off because the sound today is like, I just want to hear the beat, you know. I don't want to hear he's talking too much, he's saying like blah, blah, blah. I can't understand him, which you can, you just don't put the effort and time into it. And I think that's what he's talking about here. And he's talking about couldn't keep up with the cadence of the sticks drum line, and how's it possible to miss some rhymes? Like, you know, how like people are just missing it, and that's what we're here for, so we don't miss it. Cause you know, some of this I missed, honestly. And my energy make them all want to split. Redheaded when it wasn't the shit. Shut N9ne, now it's popping. Yo, can a nigga get some shine? Exactly what we talked about. You got Trippie Redd walking around here with red hair. You had XXXTentacion and Juice WRLD. Those guys, they grew their brand off of being different and weird, right? And it sounded good too. Tech did the same thing, but he did it in a time where it wasn't normal. Now it's normal, but these are obviously, two of them are deceased. But these artists still don't give Tech any of that, the credit for starting this off first. And then we got the chorus again. It's just same thing. Beautiful. Beware the ghost of Eba. If you deny the name, in time the ghost will greet you, and it will supply the rain. Eba, evil brain, angel heart. Shout out to that song. Excellent. Verse 3. How else do you explain it? One of the best to obtain it, but so many claim they're not acquainted. He says he's one of the best to spit, but so many claim they don't know him. You know, like how does that happen? But they know the name is famous. But so what he's saying here, like, people know Tech N9ne is famous. They know, when you hear Tech N9ne, most people will know Tech N9ne, right? But they don't know his music. They just know he's good. And I feel like that's what he's like. How do you explain that? Like how am I not on your GOAT list? Like if you know of my name, you know of my skill, you know of, like, they probably don't know what he's done, but, like, you know, why not take the time to go and maybe listen to some of his music and some of that stuff. And Strange is painted the best, but never aimed to bang it. Cause the backstory that I'm that gory, like I got an evil entity to rap for me. When I read that, Strange is painted the best, but never aimed to bang it. Cause the backstory that I'm that gory, like I got an evil entity to rap for me. Got an evil entity to rap for me. I mean, I've heard about this evil entity Tech is talked about in multiple occasions, in multiple songs. So I think that was maybe the back, like, when he's talking about the backstories, he may be talking about, like, remember, like, that like oozing black stuff that came out in, like, Seepage, KOD, other album, can't remember the other album, but is that like the evil entity that he's talking about here? The rap form, that's his backstory, I think, maybe. On a fat chory, but the math surely they ain't fucking with me, like I got a scratch orgy off the list. That's just a tie on wordplay. Orgy fucking with me. What does it cost to get the main line to gain shine off the rip? What does it cost to get the main line to gain shine off the rip? The hang time to bang mine lost the grip. Then insane rhymes that came flying caused the split pressure. This is a little harder to perceive. I know what he's talking about, and he's basically talking about, like, kind of what he's talking about it before. I think it's just like, what is it? What do I need to do to get exposure? You know, I have the rhymes, I have the name, I have everything, but, like, why don't more people know me? I think pressure for the large investor, because it's hard to measure. It's hard to measure carbon texture, resurrector, the soul injector, but for the whole semester, they closed the lecture for the Specter. I love that. I love that final line, mostly because I'm a college student and I would love for them to cancel school for the rest of the semester. For Tech, of course, Tech's Ghost Specter. Shout out to that. And we have the chorus again. Beware the ghost Eva. Deny the name, and kind of ghost will greet you, and it will supply the rain. I love this song, man. Crazy thing is, I don't think this is my favorite song from More Fear, but it's up there. Great song. With that being said, let's switch back over here. That was a 20-minute analysis. I like 23 minutes of me talking about Specter. So we'll have to figure out how to trim these down. Or if you guys like the length, I'm cool to do it. I'll spend 3 hours talking about Tech. But for the sake of this, maybe I'll just do a podcast. Rambling. Anywho, make sure you guys, like, let me know, like, any other songs that you guys would like to see me do. It could be anything, honestly. If nobody gives me a suggestion, I'm just gonna keep going on down More Fear, and then we'll just continue to move on until, you know, I start getting suggestions. Also, it could be other artists. It could be other artists, other strange music artists. I've listened to a lot of other strange music artists, but I haven't listened to, like, everything. Most recently, I was listening to JL's new album, listened to Jerry Robinson's new album. God, beautiful. Oddly enough, I didn't get to finish Chris Calico's album, but I should go and do that. I really don't want to do like, I don't want to become like a reaction channel, but I'll probably like do some reactions when tech drops Fear Exodus. That'll be dope. But other than that, I'm rambling. Thank y'all for watching. You know, if you enjoyed, drop a like, share with other technicians, and peace.